YouTube family, thanks for stopping by the channel. Whether you're here for the in-depth cryptocurrency analysis or the mediocre gaming clips, I appreciate your support. Per usual, the views in my videos are not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. And as always, keep the hate in your heart and not in my comments. Enjoy the content. You guys having fun? You having fun today? This week? Probably not. It's part of market cycles, guys. This is all just normal stuff. Corrections happen. This stuff happens. It's not something to freak out about or panic about. Even if we went into a little 3 or 4 month bear market here, guys. Which may be on the table. Very well may be on the table. Even if we did that, we're still up so much from our last low in Bitcoin that you can't even really complain. Even right now, we're up, since our last low of 3,300, we're up almost 1,000%. I mean, why are you complaining? Buy the dips. Buy the dips. That's if you guys have the capital, buy the dips. If you put your money in at the top, I'm sorry. Just wait. It will come back. It will all fix itself. This will all get better. There will be more opportunities to continue to buy, to sell those next peaks, to move forward from here. You have to keep accumulating every single time you see blood in the streets like this. If you had been buying every single time there's blood in the streets, and instead of buying when there's giant green candles flying to the upside, you will only be in the profit. Because you're accumulating at the best times. Do not be short-sighted. Let's not forget, we went from fractions of a penny with Bitcoin all the way to $20,000, all the way back down to $3,300, and all the way up to $65,000. It's going to be okay, guys. My Safemoon holders, my XRP holders, my Bitcoin holders, my ETH holders, anyone who watches these videos, anyone who holds any crypto. It's going to be okay, guys. That being said, do not be surprised if Bitcoin goes to 20,000. Do not be surprised. It would make 100% sense to me that the elites who run this world, that run the media companies, that run the governments, that run the central banking system, that run the institutions, that run the hedge funds, the investment funds, all of that stuff, it would make 100% sense to me that they just spent all of this time when Bitcoin was at $20,000 telling you it's a scam, all the way down to $3,300 and it's dying. Telling you it's a scam all the way up to $50,000 before they start telling the masses it's a good time to buy into Bitcoin. Where do you think they were buying? What levels were they buying at? Was it at 50,000 when they were telling you to buy? Or do you think that they were smart because they're professional traders and they are some of the most intelligent people in the world who have been dealing with markets for decades and helping manipulate markets for decades? Do you think that they would probably have been buying in at 3,300 and then waiting until we did over 1,000% to tell you guys to put your stimulus check in at 50,000, at 60,000, to be telling you to put your unemployment in at 50,000, at 60,000, to tell you to put your last $50 in at 65,000 because it's going to go to the moon? We're going to 100,000. We're going to 300,000. Put your money in. It's a sure thing. Then what would they do? Well, if they were manipulating markets, if they had, I don't know, personal agendas maybe to make themselves very wealthy, they would probably do something like starting a whole bunch of FUD at a perfectly timed point in the charts where we were already showing lots of weakness to help snowball that weakness back down to levels that would make the average person sell all of their stuff at a loss from fear, panic, and just driven by pure emotions, just scared that they just invested all that extra money that they had. They took out a loan. They put this money into Bitcoin. They'd had all of their extra money they had been saving. They had their life savings on the side. They just got convinced by their financial advisor, you know what? It wasn't a good time when Bitcoin was at $20,000. It wasn't a good time to buy before that, when it was thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. It wasn't a good time to buy Bitcoin when it was $3,300. When XRP was 10 cents, don't touch it, it's a scam. When Ethereum was a couple $100, don't touch it, it's a scam. They just tricked the majority of the world to put their money in at the peak of this little cycle here, this little pump. And then shortly after, completely manipulated the media, completely manipulated the people, completely manipulated the entire situation to accelerate the sell-off that was already going to happen. And now all of those people who bought the peak because they listened to those news outlets, to those advisors, to those people who have their best interest in heart, are all sitting at 50% loss, 60% loss, 70% loss. The only people I know that are really in the profit are the ones who don't listen to the news, are the ones who don't listen to any mainstream media, don't listen to their financial advisors. Because all of these people have been telling you not to touch this for forever. If you would have put money into crypto every time they told you it was a scam, you would probably be having 6 figures or 7 figures by now. That's just the fact of the matter. Every time they told you Bitcoin was dead, if you would have bought in every news article that came out that said that, you'd probably be whipping around a Lambo right now around your neighborhood. Do not be part of the herd. Do not be fooled that we're done with this sell-off. We may not be. But if you buy here and then we dump to 20,000 and you buy again, you're going to have a really good dollar cost average. And then from 20,000, when we end up holding support from our last all-time high, guess what? We just set a new floor, a higher floor, for us to go way, way, way past $65,000 per Bitcoin. That is my personal belief. They want to do everything they can to destroy your wealth. There is a reason why gold and silver have been so bullish for so long. The only real money in the world. And yet every time we start to break out into our, monthly or yearly cup and handle pattern that we've been printing, and our weekly bullish patterns we start printing, all of a sudden there's some crazy big red candle that comes out of nowhere. Not in the indicators, doesn't show up anywhere, just someone decided to sell a whole bunch. Manipulation is everywhere, guys. But there is also all the information you ever need in the charts. Sometimes these crazy big dumps will happen. There's going to be whales in crypto that will have a ton of money. Eventually, there will be so much money in crypto that those whales won't be able to manipulate the way that they can manipulate today. If crypto gets up to where we have something similar to gold's market cap, you can't have someone just dump, a decent amount of Bitcoin on everyone when Bitcoin itself has a market cap of, $5 trillion, $6 trillion or whatever in the future. And someone selling, $1 billion may move the price a little bit, but it's not going to be like how it is now. When someone sells, 25%, 30% of the entire market cap of Bitcoin worth of their Bitcoins. Which also another thing is whales get premiums on some places for selling over the counter and stuff. So it always begs the question, why would they come to the open market and get less than what they could get going to places that cater to the elites? Places that cater to people that have tons of money. Everyone has their own agenda. In the charts, we saw that there was some weakness showing. We saw the momentum was dying. We knew we were kind of getting close to the top. If you watch Blockchain Backer, you would know he called the range 65,000 to 80,000. He's been calling it for like a year. He is always on point with his calls. Where did we hit? The bottom of his range. Where did we get rejected? Looks like we're going back to our old all-time high. I'm not going to keep this video going too much longer, and I'm not going to do too much technical analysis on anything right now. What I will say very quickly is I know I've been kind of away. I do apologize for that, guys. I just had a lot going on in my own life. I'm working on getting an actual schedule going. I will be making consistent YouTube videos on certain days. I'm putting together currently a paid program where I am recording probably 30 plus hours worth of content on different indicators, different chart setups, different trading strategies to give you guys that information. It will be a paid program where I will give private access to it for a certain amount. I don't know how much it'll be, whether it'll be like $5 a week or $20 a week, or I'm thinking about doing something similar to giving that information and putting together basically all of that info to teach you guys how to trade, how to read these things yourself, to where you don't have to rely on any media. You won't even listen to the news, because you'll look at the charts and you'll go, wow, this is the exact opposite of what they're saying. Wow, look how bullish the charts look today. Why are they telling me that Bitcoin's dead? Why are they telling me it's a scam? Why are they saying that it's crashing to zero? It looks like it's rebounding. Or, in this case, why are they telling me to buy into Bitcoin right now when all the charts are starting to look pretty bearish? Why are they telling me to put all my life savings in there when it looks like we're really overextended on the RSI? It looks like we might have a dump coming. You have to be able to spot these things for yourself, because there is no one in this world that will look out for you other than you and your family. There's also probably going to be a paid premium where I'll be doing trade signals and stuff like that as well. If you guys are interested, please give me some comments. Give me some feedback on what you would like to see from me, possibly, so I can get this all together, guys. I'm working on putting together actual like pages that you can read, that will have some charts, that will have info, and then also releasing tons and tons of videos to you guys that will be private videos. No one else will be able to view them. They will only be paid videos. And it'll be just for you guys that are paying. It will be inside access, inside knowledge, so that you can grow and you can change your own life. Instead of watching people that you've never met before, like me on YouTube. Or listening to CNN or MSNBC and Moneybox and hearing all the nonsense that they're going to give you guys on all your assets. I mean, first of all, guys, if someone's telling you to buy into something and it's already been pumping like crazy, probably shouldn't buy into it. And with Safemoon, I told you guys in my last video, and when I say someone's telling you to buy into it, I don't mean me, because I don't have a reach like that. But when you have a huge major authority or someone who's on mainstream media or is on Moneybox and they're telling you about the next up and coming stock, and you go and look and it's already been taken off like tons, and then all of a sudden you buy in based off of Moneybox's information, and then it dumps on you. Who pays the media to say that stuff? Who's behind all of that? It's always the same people, same elites, same group of people doing the same thing they've always done. I will always try to keep it real with you guys. I personally do believe that Safemoon is still going to go way past its all-time high. I still believe that this crypto market is going to go way past its all-time high. I do not think this is the end of anything. I think this is them trying to get you to sell your bag so they can buy it up cheap, just like they did when it was 3,300 and they were telling all of you guys to panic, all of you guys to be afraid, because they're going to tax you, they're going to take your crypto, they're going to ban it, they're going to do all this, they're going to do all that. They paint narratives to scare or to motivate the masses to do something that they benefit from. It is never for the 99%. It is always for the 1%. Always do what the 1% does and never what they say to do. Always. If you did that, if you did what the 1% did this whole last 3 years, you would have been buying crypto alongside them. Every single chance that they were, you would have. You would be a millionaire. You would have hundreds of thousands of dollars if you did what they said to do. They did instead of what they said to do. They were telling you not to put money in. Don't put money in. It's a scam. Be afraid. Most of you did that. You were too afraid to touch it because it's fake money. It's going to zero. It's what's the value behind it? Who cares? What are they doing? They're buying up Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP at record prices when we were down at those numbers. Meanwhile, they tell you not to. Why is that? Why do they do the opposite of what they say? All right, I'm going to take the tinfoil hat off here, okay? And we're going to go really, really quickly into Bitcoin 1 month chart. Try not to cry too much when you see this, guys. First of all, does that look good to any of you guys? Huh? Does that look good to anyone just looking at it? That's a negative. There's nothing good going on here. Now, if we were to bring in the MACD and the RSI, what's happening with the MACD and the RSI? Let's take a closer look at the RSI. Wow. We were maxed out at 100 RSI from the 1st of December. Well, just about maxed out. You know, one of the indicators there was we really started maxing out on both of them from February 2021 all the way to March 2021. And we started our decline in April, which has accelerated into a crazy sell-off here, right? It was here. It was in the charts, guys. Look at the MACD. It is not even switched over to a red sell wave yet. It is still in a green sell wave on a technical level. We have clear indications that we are going to either have something like a continuation of this green sell wave or a buy wave, or we are going directly into a sell wave. There is nothing bullish about this monthly chart. Let's go to the 1 week. We are at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. Okay. Bollinger Band lip on the bottom is slightly peeled open. Lip on the top is slightly peeled open, which is also indicative that there is going to be more price action to the downside. This would be technically the Bollinger Bands exploding. And we had how many weeks that we've been battling here? We've been battling this EMA, trying to hold it as support. And guess what? We just broke through it. Where's our next support going to be at? 24,000, 25,000, right around there. Let's call it 25,000. And now, let's look where our 200-day EMA is at. 13,000. Well, that's a scary number, right? That would be terrifying for a lot of people. I realistically do expect us to come down and test this range. I expect us to come test our old all-time high with actual force. I expect that since we never really tested 20,000, that we will actually test 20,000. When we hold this and consolidate down here, we will see gains in Bitcoin up to 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 probably. Eventually, with 20,000 being our new floor for that next leg up in the market cycle. Okay. Really quickly, we will check the 14-day. Same thing. We're down here low on the stochastic RSI, which is good. We are on our second bar in a red sell wave in the MACD. We look at the EMAs. What's our next EMA? 25,000, and the one after that, 15,000. We're getting very clear ranges that we will need to hold support. I would expect to see us have some crazy wick down to 15,000 or 18,000 before sucking back up above 20 and then probably having a very crazy rally all the way back up to $30,000 and then continuing up from there or possibly consolidating for a little bit longer. Really quickly, let's look at the Safemoon chart. Where are we at that? Like I said in my last video, guys, if Bitcoin cannot hold, Safemoon will not hold. Safemoon hasn't taken that much of a hit, which is awesome. It's been holding its ground, once again holding the support where it was. If we just keep ranging here until Bitcoin starts taking off again, we will be good to go. That means we will be cutting through that 1,200 price super fast. We'll be rocketing up past that. You guys have to remember the bigger picture. You have to. So I'm going to go show you guys some calls that I had made on one of these charts here. Okay. This is something I had posted in my Discord. I had posted potential price targets a long time ago. And I was telling everyone, about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I was letting everyone know we have to be very, very careful. This was the first lower high since March of 2020. We've been making higher highs. Then we had our peak. Then we made our first lower high since March 2020 on the 3rd of May, 2021. And what happened since then? We went down to my first support line. Look at these lines, dude. And I am trying to find the photo, and I will show it to you guys if you guys don't believe me, but I did post this exact chart in my Discord a while ago. I drew out all of these lines. I posted it here, actually, when it was like the 3rd of May, right around there. I posted there because I knew something was up here. And what happened? We broke down to my first support level. What happened after that? I wrote down what 30% would put us at. What would 40% put us at? And where did we go? We held all of this range here in 40%. We went all the way down to 50% on the 30,000 here, where we bounced off the support line that I had drawn. And then what happened here? Right? If we look very closely, we can see we came in, we touched all of these support lines that I was talking about. This green candle here, we came up and we smashed into this support line, this resistance line now because we're underneath it, that I had drawn, and we got crazy rejected. We sucked underneath this support and resistance line. Then we came back up, sucked underneath that support and resistance line again. Then we came back up, tried to find ground. We tried once again to break this level here at 41,000. What did I say in my last video? We got to get through 40,000. We got to get through 41,000 before we can really go and attack 45,000 and then 60,000. Instead, we have completely broken down. Do not panic, guys. Do not panic. It's going to be okay. Buy the dips. Do not believe the media. Do not believe all of these other people that say we're going to just rally out of here. We might. I'm not saying that we aren't. You have to be prepared for the worst case scenario, though. If you're buying in here and we rally, you're stoked. If you don't buy in when there's red and then we rally, you're buying in at higher prices, but it could be a confirmed thing for you and you want to make sure it's the right move. That's great. But if you have the capital, buy in now, and then it goes down more, you buy in more. Or if it goes up more, you buy in more because it's confirmed. When you see 20, 30% drops in a day across the entire crypto market, that means put some money in. That's what that means. That means you just got a nice discount. I don't want you guys to feel like this is the end of the world. I can't tell you how much value I've lost, but how much I still believe in the crypto space. How much I know this is the future. How much I can feel in my heart that there is a reason they're painting all of these narratives so vigorously to get the average person out of the crypto market, while they put billions of their money in, while they open new hedge fund desks for it, while they open new trading desks for it. Why do you think they're aggressively expanding their cryptocurrency presence and their cryptocurrency holdings while they tell the average person to buy in at the peaks and then tell them when it's going down, oh, sorry, you got to give up? Why is that? You have to be smarter than most people to succeed in this market. You have to, and you have to think for yourself. Thank you so much, guys. Keep an eye out for my paid program that I'm going to do. If you'd like to have a part of that, please comment below. I'm going to be posting probably a Telegram link that I can start just kind of getting people in, and a place where I can be able to post immediately to them when I start having those videos, when I start rolling out the payment options through PayPal or whatever it's going to be. And please give me some feedback on what you guys would like to see in some of those videos. Would you like to have more reading material? Would you like to see videos on certain indicators? Things like that. Like, let me know what I can do to help you guys grow as well, and to help simplify things. If I need to make a very long, in-depth version of an indicator video and then also a really dumbed down short one, I could do that. That way you guys can have something that you can really study it, and I can go through examples of how you would apply an indicator in different situations, and then I can have a very basic, broken down version of how you would read that indicator. But I will tell you this before I shut this down here. Nothing in life comes easy. Studying a 15-minute video compared to studying hours of videos, you clearly will not learn near as much. You will clearly be further behind in knowledge than taking the extra time to educate yourself and to make sure you step yourself up in the world. Knowledge is free for people to learn and to grasp, but in trading, most people don't know where to start. I didn't. I had to pay for classes too. I had no clue about anything. I didn't know what a bull market was. I didn't know what a bear market was. I didn't know anything. And I learned it all, and I'm still learning it all. I am not a master at it. I'm not even a pro at it. I'm just an average dude who is smart and who can discern certain things in the charts. But I am still always learning. I am still always watching videos. I am still always listening to other people who are smarter than me break things down so that I can understand them and I can absorb them. It's just, you should never stop learning. You should never stop seeking knowledge. You should never stop trying to grow. In your job, in your personal life, with your family, as a man, as a woman, as whatever you identify as. Constantly push yourself to be better. My wife has to remind me of that from time to time because sometimes in this market, it's hard to keep the big picture in mind when you lose so much value. But just remember, you aren't taking a loss until you sell. This is a 5 to 10 year vision of how to become millionaires, how to change your family's life and your family's wealth. Do not be short-sighted. Make your money. Pull profits when you needed to. I hope you guys pulled some profits out of Safemoon at that 1200 level like I told you was going to be resistance and we had to break out of. I told you guys in my videos if we don't break through that, we're probably going to go back down before we rally through. If you would have followed that simple advice and saw us start getting rejected from 1200, you would have pulled some profits and you would have had a little cash to buy in on this massive dip. Always protect yourself, guys. Never be out there without a strategy, without a plan, without knowing what you're going to do with your life savings in a way that is safest for you, in a way that will benefit you the most. We can do this, guys. You can become wealthy. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes effort, and it takes a crap ton of patience. I was going to say a bad word there, but I'll keep it PG. For my YouTube ratings. for my ad ratings. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all of the support. I'm sorry that I've been so inconsistent recently, and I really am going to try to be better at that. Like I said, I've just had a whole lot going on in my personal life, and I haven't even been really in my Discord like I want to and everything. I don't want you guys to feel like I forgot about you. I have a whole... I don't even know if you guys can see it here. I'm going to try to turn it around. But I have a whole board that is full of notes that I am trying to... That's my business plan and things that I have to do, things that I'm working on. I've got a lot on my plate, and I am trying to do my best to get through it as efficiently as I can. So bear with me, guys. Bear with the bear market. If we go down to 20,000, buy more. If we go down a whole bunch to XRP, if we go down to 17 cents in XRP, I won't care. I will buy so much. I will accumulate everything I can. H-bar, ADA. No Doge. Safemoon. I will buy up so much stuff. And you guys should too. Remember that the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to see the market start running up and wish I would have bought when it was crazy, scary, red, blood in the streets everywhere. Everyone's saying crypto's dead. China's banning Bitcoin and the governments are releasing regulations and everyone's saying that it's a bad thing. Don't believe a single word of that. Watch where they put their money. Look at the countries adopting crypto as legal tender. Look at the countries making moves to push us into a totally blockchain digital financial system. Crypto will be a part of that. This is the internet boom that most of us missed out on, except it's dealing with finances and value, and it will be life-changing for your family, for your kids, for your grandkids. This is going to be stuff that's going to be in every household by the time that you have a couple generations of your family. And they'll go, wow, I am so happy dad or mom invested all of that extra money that they did. I'm so happy they worked that extra job to put some more money in. I'm so happy that they gave me this giant house when they passed on, that they paid for my college, that they gave me these nice cars, that they left me all of this stuff because they had the vision and they had the heart and they had the dedication to stick through all of the crap, all of the fake narratives and all of the hard months like these on the screen here. It is not easy to hold crypto. It is not easy to see 6-7 figures disappear from your account. It's not easy. But that's why there's a difference in the 1% and the 99%, because the 1% doesn't care about a year or a 2-year time frame. They're focused on decades. That's why they are billionaires. That's why they run the world. That's why they slowly and methodically take over businesses, monopolize certain industries. Always do what the 1% does and never do what they say to do. Thank you guys. Keep holding. Keep believing in crypto. Remember why you're here. Remember the motivation. Whether it's your kid's college, whether it's buying a new car because yours broke down, whether it's paying off your mom's house. Remember that motivation and hold on to it. Think about it every single day. It is going to eventually change your life. I promise you. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you next time. May your crypto bag stay full, and I wish you all good fortune. I'll catch you later. Thanks again for stopping by the channel. I appreciate your support. In a second, you're going to see some pop-ups that are going to have all of my social media links and everything that you want to know or hear or see from Nighthawk. So click on them. I hope your crypto bags stay full, and I wish you all good fortune in life. See you on the next one.